What's he unboxing? What'd it be? I don't know. Shut up and see. Hey, buddies. It's been a hot minute since I did a Subterranean Press book. I could go back and look. I don't remember what the last one I did was. But right here in my hands, I got Jane Goes North by Joe Lansdale. This came out a little bit ago. I bought it via Cemetery Dance. And that's always a fun thing when you buy a publisher's book from another publisher. And I used, my Cemetery Dance credit to get this book. And it comes a little later than when it ships direct from the publisher because that publisher has other books to send out. So it goes in the queue. But now it's here from me to you. Well, no, it's going to stay with me, but I'm going to show it to you. I can do that. I'll show it to you. And what's nice is that I am now also selling bits and pieces of my collection. And so this itself is going to be repurposed pretty much immediately. I sold my lettered edition of Pork Pie Hat. It was a PC copy, so don't get all worked up about it. You know what it sold for? I sold it for $38 for a lettered edition. Peter Straub book, signed, everything. So, but that's going out as soon as that guy pays. I'm assuming it's a guy because I'm a sexist. And so, yeah, so I get a box and a book, and I'm going to use both of them. So here it is. Jane Goes North. Also, these handy dandy little bags, bubble bags. Oh, yes, pre-popped bubble bags. Gently popped bubble bags. Okay, so Jane Goes North, bubble bag, and then this. And yes, unfortunately, no wafer seals because people complain because people are idiots. So no SubPress wafer seal. And also, none of the cool little SubPress little card had I bought this direct from the publisher that says this was packed by Josh or Emmy. Those are my top two. So this was boxed up by Dan, I think, or new Dan over at CD. Anyway, Jane Goes North. Jane Goes North. She actually had to go east or west, I'm sorry, to get to Chicago. So this is a lovely signed edition from Subterranean Press. I will read the hell out of it. I also had previously bought my previous Joe Lansdale book from SubPress was, what was that called? Driving to Geronimo's Grave. And that was good. 4 good stories in that. This is one good story, or so I'm hoping. But with Joe Lansdale, you don't have to hope too hard. Wow! This is limited to 2,000 copies. 2,000? That's a lot to number. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry you had to sign 2,000 copies of this book. I was number 589, 539. My vision's not good. And for some reason, when I do these videos, my vision gets worse. I don't know. And also, I was watching these back. And when I watch them back, it's just all me talking. And I should probably hold a book up higher, hold it in the frame. Hey, hold it up so you can see it. Don't believe there are any illustrations in this bad baby. You know what? Maybe you could read it for free if you just pause it on every page and then read it. Here, I'll flip it forward. So maybe this is like an e-reader. Just pause it when I'm on a page. And then, yeah, anyway. That joke was going nowhere. It wasn't really even a joke. Jane Goes North. 2,000 copies of this thing. I'm assuming Subterranean Press still has copies available, and they're not super expensive, and they're signed, and SubPress does good work. So, and again, I bought it via Cemetery Dance because I had store credit with Cemetery Dance. And so it was just a very good economic move for Jeff. This guy. So that's my unboxing for this. I think coming up next, I'm going to be unboxing or unbagging two paperback trade editions that are in the category in the series that includes the Rue. Remember the Rue? Well, we'll talk about can't do it all right now. We'll do it again when I do those, which will probably be later today. But you won't know that. I won't change my shirt, so I'll still be wearing the same shirt. I don't have many shirts. This is getting very personal. I want you to know that. I feel like you're in my space now. Jane Goes North, Joe Lansdale, Can't Go Wrong, Cemetery Dance, Subterranean Press, Name Drop, publisher, author, USA.